Hey there, English speakers, Jesse here. And I am on my way home. I just took my daughter to school, and now I'm just taking a walk down the streets of Sevilla, Spain. Or Seville, Spain, if that's how you pronounce it. But I was just showing you some of the scenery, and I love the doors here. I mean, look at this handle. By the way, it's called a handle. How about that? But as you know, it's October, nearly November, which you know is almost Halloween, which means exam time's coming up. Exam time. And I've been helping a lot of people so far with the IELTS exam. The IELTS exam can be a scary thing, especially the speaking exam, especially speaking part 2. There goes a car. In today's video, in today's tutorial, I'm going to show you some valuable tips. By the way, I have my coffee. Valuable tips that will help you prepare and execute your IELTS speaking part 2. So get ready and let's go. So let me give you some tips on taking English exams in general, and then I'm going to give you some IELTS specific tips. So I'm going to give you both. First, general English speaking tips, whether you're taking IELTS exams, the Cambridge exams, TOEFL, TOEIC, any speaking exam. Choose letters out of the alphabet, or as long as you have E in there for English. But anyway, general tips, no matter what exam you're taking. The first is don't stop talking. Usually when we run out of things to say, we kind of think, I don't know what I'm going to say next. Don't stop talking. Don't finish early. That's the worst thing you can do. It's probably not the worst thing you can do, but it's pretty bad. Because if you stop talking, how are they going to judge you? How are they going to evaluate you? So don't stop talking. That's obvious. If you feel yourself coming to the end of what you're going to say, just ask yourself, and then what?
And that's it. No! No, and then!
And then?
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 Keep going. And then what? So choose a random topic. So if I talk about The Simpsons, let's say the question is, how do you think TV influences society? Sounds like an IELTS question. Can I talk about The Simpsons and how they were originally just a mirror of society? It wasn't this perfect family. Remember, it started in 1989 was the first episode when I was the same age as Bart Simpson. So imagine that. Bart Simpson is a 38, 39-year-old man. I'm 38, not 39. But I was born in August. What if he was born earlier? When is his birthday? I'm sure somebody can find out. That's a long time. The classic Simpsons, it came at a time of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Full House, Family Matters, all this wholesome TV that pictured the family in, oh, hearty, clean one-liner joke here. Let's have some drama in the show. It all gets resolved and then have a big warm family moment. Like that's the formula. And they came in with Homer being inept, and borderline alcoholic. Bart was this mischievous, he was the mischievous brat, as we call it. Then Lisa, the overachieving, desperate for attention kind of, young girl. Marge, typical housewife, but not the typical housewife that, honey, dinner's ready, but really facing struggles and stresses and temptations. Remember in the early seasons, I think it was probably season 3 or 4, with like the bullying instructor or something like that. Anyway, so it was a mirror on society. It didn't show the positive, ideal family, but it came in and it was seen as kind of a bad show. And I kind of forgot where I was going with that because I just got so into what I was saying. That's awesome. That would be awesome to do on an IELTS exam. But it does kind of matter, and we'll get to this in the IELTS specific tips. Spoiler alert, address all of the questions, all of the sub questions that they put. That's very important. Answer all the questions. Answer all the questions. For example, let's use one that I'm going to use on my course on IELTS Speaking 2. I'm working on that. But here's a question I'm going to use. Describe a piece of art you like. And then there are 4 points that you have to talk about. What the work of art is, that's an indirect question. What is the work of art is the direct question. But what the work of art is, what it is, obviously, when you first saw it, what you know about it, and then explain why you like it. But going back to my Simpsons story, if you go off on stories, let yourself. Let that happen. And that'd be great, but make sure you answer all of the questions. And question tags. I mention them all the time in my videos and my lessons, in my one-on-one lessons too, because they're so very important in helping you sound fluent, especially something like the IELTS exam. The IELTS exam is mainly for students that are going to live in foreign countries and going to have random conversations. And I actually really like this task. I didn't at first, but I like it now because it teaches you how to deal in real conversations. Because depending on who your friends are, who you meet, you could have a conversation about art. You could have a conversation about books. You could have a conversation about jobs that you've had. Who knows what kind of conversations you could have. So I think it's good to practice this and work on this part of the exam, because you don't really have to work on it. You just have to live and have it kind of in the back of your mind. If something's in the back of your mind, you're not directly thinking about it, but it's always there. It's like a cloud, which sounds kind of tiring, but if you think about it, there are things in the back of your mind all the time, aren't there? Like, what are you thinking about now while you're taking this exam? That is in the back of your mind. So it could be your family, it could be what you're going to buy for dinner, and try to do it in English. That will help just naturally. So these are just some tips on the IELTS exams, because I've really been looking at them and studying them recently. And they're going to be in my IELTS Speaking 2 course that I have coming up on Language Galaxy. Language Galaxy Academy.teachable.com at the moment. You'll get other specific tips in certain situations, because in this course, for each task, I'm going to do really the exam. I'm going to speak for 1 or 2 minutes. I'm going to ask you to do it. I should do it myself, right? Demonstrate the task. So that's what I'm going to do in each part, and then I'm going to break down the language of what I say and why I say it. And then I'm going to give you just a blank space to try to do your task. So look for that coming up soon. And I have other courses, including a projects class. So you do English projects and we check it together, which students are actually really enjoying. And I'm hearing some fun stories, and that's really good to see. I have my phrasal verb courses that you know about. So right now, there's a free option. So all you have to do is, if I ask you for your feedback, give me your feedback. That's all. Pretty simple, right? I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to keep that going. I might forever, but I might not forever too. So the sooner the better. And let's see, anything else? Check it out. Language Galaxy Academy. .teachable.com right now. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.